Okay, we're going to look at triangular numbers now. Now the first triangular number, I've got these dots written on the paper, but it's fairly simple. First triangular number is just this. We see there's one dot. The second triangular number, well, we're going to make a triangle. And we're going to start the triangle with one dot. Then we're going to put a row of two dots below that to make a triangle. So the second triangular number is, well, I started to make a 2 there because it's a second triangular number. It's really a 3. So let me fix that. Okay. The third triangular number we're going to get, and this is where we really see how the pattern starts. Of course you can see it here, but I'm going to fill it in. The first one, we just start with the first triangular number, and then we put a row of 2 in, and now we have the second triangular number, which is 3, and now we're going to put a row of 3 down here in a triangular pattern. And now we have 6. Now you see in this 3, we have a triangle here and a triangle here in this third triangular number. So let's construct the fourth triangular number. We start with one triangle at the apex, or one dot at the apex, then 2, then maintaining our triangular pattern, 3, and we'll come down in the same line an equal distance, and we'll have 4 numbers. Now this is called a triangular number because we have a triangle here, and then a bigger triangle here, and now we have the biggest triangle here. And we see that the triangular number, well, we added 4 to the previous one, so that's going to give us 10. Now there's a pattern to the triangular numbers. It's fairly easy to see. Every time we construct a larger triangular number, we're going to add the next number to that. In other words, we start with 1 and we add a row of 2 to get 3, we add a row of 3 to get 6, and a row of 4 to get 10. So that the pattern is, well, difference here is 2, the difference here is 3, the difference here is 4, and that's going to continue. So we can then calculate the rest of the triangular numbers just using this pattern. Now there is also a formula for the triangular numbers. I'm not going to repeat that. The textbook will tell you what the formula is, but that's really how we get the triangular numbers. We can go on and do the square numbers. Okay, if triangular numbers are formed by actually forming triangles here, bigger and bigger triangles, how do we do the square numbers? Okay, well, let's try it. The first square number will be 1. The second square number, well, we're just going to make a square. Smallest square we can with more than one dot. If we connect the dots, we'll need 4 dots. So the first square number is 1. The second square number is 4. What's the third square number? Well, let's start with our square of 4, and then think of putting another square up here. And filling in all the dots in between. So here we have our first square. Here we have the second square. We need all these numbers, all these points, to make the sides of the square. So we need, what, 9 points. To make the next square number, if we put a square inside of a square, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points here. And then we're going to add another square and mark off all the corresponding points that we need to make that square. Let's see, I forgot that one. And we see that what we have, well, we've had to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points to the 9 that we already had. That's going to give us 16 points. Now our differences here are 3, then 5, then 7. And we can see how the pattern is going to continue. This is very much related to the sequence we saw a couple clips earlier, where we add the numbers the odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so forth. And if we add the first n odd numbers, we're going to get n squared. Now if we start with 1, which is the first odd number, and add 3, we get 4. So by adding the first two odd numbers, we get 2 squared. If we then add 5, we'll have the first 3 odd numbers added together to get 9, which is 3 squared, and so on. So this is how we depict the triangular and the square numbers. You can see what the next square number would be, and your text is going to show you that, but this is the process by which we obtain those numbers.